Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from Manhood.
I have beef with the beauty industry.
Okay.
Because can somebody explain to me why I just spent $126 to get the bare minimum? Like, I just had to replace a few things. I got a setting spray, a mascara, because mine's almost dried out, eyelash glue, a purse because the strap on mine broke, and a t-shirt because it was cute and on sale. So maybe I didn't need that, and toilet paper. 6 items. 6 items, and I spent over $100.
It's expensive being a woman because you women are not financially responsible.
True. You don't have to buy all that stuff. You didn't really have to buy the purse. You definitely didn't have to buy the t-shirt. Really? Eyelash glue?
Buy stuff you don't need to feel happy. Single men, on the other hand, all we need to be happy is to spend some time with our friends and family. You women make your lives hard yourselves.
It actually costs you more to be single than it does in a relationship, and let me tell you why.
Nah, really?
Also, yes, I'm in the bathtub. Shut up. When I was living with my roommate in a very nice area, it was a 2-bed, 2-bath, beautiful balcony in a very safe area. All utilities were included, but Wi-Fi. We had a parking stall included as well. The only extra was like a pet fee, which I paid. I now live in a basement, 1 bed, 1 bath, again, in a nice area, just a different nice area. Street parking, no balcony. All utilities are on me. And I pay, depending, on the utilities, because that does vary, but I would say close to $1,600 a month.
That's always been cheaper to share. That's why men have always had a lot of roommates. Like, it's a normal thing. I don't get why women always want to live on their own. Especially, it's better just live with a lot of other people because you're a woman. Like, isn't it just safer to be living with a whole bunch of other people, in my sense?
So yes, it is cheaper to live with your partner or roommate than it is to live by yourself. So for people who think, oh, well, you're single, you don't have to spend money on going out with your partner, buying them gifts, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but I'm paying $500 extra just to live in a place by myself.
For a woman, yes, being single is costlier because you don't have a man paying all the bills in the relationship. A lot of single men save a lot of money because they don't have to spend money on stupid dates.
Because we're still single and still have roommates, so we still save money.
Valentine's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, and so on.
Oh my gosh, being single is so expensive. This is not what I signed up for. I really got to go buy outfits just to go out, just to try to impress these fools. And then on top of that, when I do go out, I got to at least buy myself an initial, beginner drink. So whatever that price may be. Sometimes I even got to pay to get into places by myself. I'm just so disgusted.
Welcome to adulthood, where you don't get princess treatment and no handouts.
When the privileges go away, it becomes oppression.
Women get into relationships to save money. Men get out of relationships to save money. How does a relationship even benefit a man?
I really don't think I've ever saved more money with a woman than I ever did with by myself.
I ain't gonna front with y'all. Paying for an apartment by yourself is so ghetto. Yes, I second the ghetto-ness. I really want somebody I'll really wife up. Wait. I'll literally take anybody to be my spouse right now.
Okay.
It's so expensive. Paying for my rent now has got me looking at some people sideways. Because they did not teach you house manners. And also, I try to make sure that I spend every day at my house. Because now that I'm paying rent, I'm trying to make sure I utilize every single activity that my apartment has. I make sure that I utilize every space inside of my apartment.
I pay a decent amount. I'm hardly ever even home. I never even think about maximizing my rent space or something.
I make sure to just make sure that I'm getting my money's worth. It's really expensive to be single in this economy. It's getting very expensive.
See how she said she'd love to get wifed up because she's tired of paying the bills.
Yeah.
They don't love anymore.
Nope.
No wonder the divorce rate is so high. Lazy ass that wants the easy way out.
Being a single girl in this economy is hard. It's either you go on the dating apps or you meet someone in the wild. But every time I go into the wild, I'm spending at least like $150 to leave my house. And the time I spend in the wild, the whole time I'm just thinking about how much I want to go back home. Yeah, that costs me $150 like every single time. I was telling my friends, I was like, I am about to start calling these bars and I'm like, can you put my picture on like a big screen? And then like if any man at the bar is interested in getting to know me, they can like be like, hi, I am. And then the bar can let me know, like, you have 5 contenders here. And I just go to...
Really? 5? You may have 1 in a year.
The bar, and then I meet them, and then I come home. Wouldn't that be so simple? Wouldn't that make my life so much easier? And your life, and our lives, and all of our lives? Imagine if bars had...
Yeah, let me just put in all the work on everybody else and just get banged.
That feature. They're like, these are the single ladies that want to come to the bar this night. Does anybody love them? Do you love them? And the boys are like,
no.
We love them. We would love to date them. And then you can go to the bar and you can find the love of your life and you can get married and live happily ever after. And then we can stop going out and spending $150.
They still live in the Lululand. Holy cow.
Now imagine being a guy and having to pay for 50 plus dates till you find a keeper.
At $100.
As a man, being single is truly bliss.
Can we just talk about how expensive it really is being a girl in today's day and age? I know there's so many videos on TikTok already that talk about this, like getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting your eyelashes done. I want to talk about the shower expenses that girls face. I had to exfoliate my body, and why did I have to exfoliate my body? Because I needed to prep my skin for self-tanning. I know guys can do this too, but I think girls do this more often. Hair care, if you did dye your hair, the shampoos, the conditioners, the hair masks, everything is so much
or just keep it natural and then you didn't have to deal with all those extra things.
More expensive as a girl. Shaving as well is so expensive. Laser is like $1,000. If I don't do these things, I just feel like I don't feel amazing. Let me know in the comments below if you notice.
Maybe because you're not amazing. And so even when you do all these things, you slightly feel amazing, but you're still not amazing.
How expensive it was.
Why do women have to do all of this? I don't get it. Why can't women be natural like men? No fake lashes, no makeup, nothing. The cosmetics industry is really feeding off these women's pockets.
Staying single in London, pouring all your time into work and chase a high salary is generally one of the worst value propositions I ever encountered. My gross salary in 2024 was around 120k. Sounds impressive, doesn't it? But when you actually work through the UK tax system, after income tax and national insurance, I'm taking home just over £6,000 a month. I've got a married couple I know. He earns 80k pounds, she earns 40k pounds. Together, their household's income is also 120k before tax. But because of their income is split, they each fell into lower tax bands and returned their full personal allowance. Their combined take home is 13k pounds more than mine. Living alone in London costs roughly 10k more per year than flat sharing or living as a couple. 7,000 of that is purely rent. It's basically a single penalty in all but name. Beyond that, they split broadband, utilities, Netflix, Spotify, all the subscriptions. That's easily £10,000 a month I'm spending more than either of them. Same 120k gross income, but split between 2 people, it becomes this manageable lifestyle. And neither of them is on what you would call a high salary, which means they're under far less workplace pressure and stress than I am. They get to live a much more balanced life. Why is the UK system so unfriendly to single people?
You can always get a roommate if being single is expensive. You don't need to marry a man so you can use him for his money. Get a female roommate. I'm sure it won't be that bad.
I'm just going to say the quiet part out loud and say that I fear that I may never find the love I desire. I really just don't know if it's in the cards for me.
Like, everybody can desire what they can desire. It's not what you can always get.
And I'm not saying this because I want anyone to feel bad for me, but I'm saying the part that I think so many single women think and are afraid to say out loud, but I'll say it. And trust me, I would rather be single than with the wrong person. And I stand by that 100% of the time. But I'm in my 30s. And I get it, that's young, like, I understand. But it's hard not to give up on that idea that what I want is never coming. And it's just not going to happen for me. And
her saying, I'm 30, I'm still young, I understand. You literally do not understand.
that I will spend the rest of my life as the fun single auntie in my...
So many women want this accolade of, you know, single, fun, auntie, rich. Very few of them ever become fun or rich.
friends' kids' life, my family's kids' life. I will always be the one to go to the wedding alone or the birthday party alone, the big life events by myself, and I can handle that. I've done that for years, I don't mind. But I worry that what I want isn't meant to happen for me.
30 is not young for a woman. That's the lie feminists sell to you women. Sadly, most of you realize it a little too late. The kind of man you want probably wants a younger woman. And that's your fault for not being lovable in your 20s.
Ooh.
Why does it feel like I'm being punished for being single? Living on my own and paying for rent myself is one thing, but adding unemployment on top of that, it's been incredibly stressful. It's not just like
well, no shit.
financial pressure, it's the emotional weight of carrying everything myself. There's no one to split the rent with, no one to take in on the bills when things get tight, and no one to reassure me when my savings drop lower than I'd like to admit. And it hits the hardest at night, when I'm lying there wondering how I'm gonna piece it all together again. And it's just me and my overthinking brain all night long. And trust me, I absolutely love my independence and my little life in my little condo. But doing life alone during the hard seasons, it really tests your strength. But here's what I've learned so far. This period's forcing me to become stronger, more self-aware, and more resilient.
And she only feels this way because she's now unemployed. When she was still employed, I'm strong and independent still.
I've ever been. And it's building a version of me I know I'll be proud of. To my friends in the same boat, how are we keeping our spirits high during this time?
This is every married man, except they have nagging, selfish wives, demanding, killing their will, and threatening to financially ruin them in divorce.
Oh man, I want such a different life for myself, and yeah, here we are.
Is she like dressed like an Oompa Loompa? She literally looks very Oompa Loompa like right now.
Having such desires to be married. Then I think maybe that's not what God has for me. Maybe God doesn't have for me to be married. And then it's like, well, Hannah, maybe those are just like thoughts that the devil wants me to believe.
When they hit 30, suddenly they remember their longest desire is to be married. You can't make this shit up. You had the chance to achieve that dream in your 20s, but you wanted to explore. Good for you.
Guys, there are real women out here that are using men for meals. Like women that go on dating apps and then find men to match with just so they'll take them on a date and pay for their food.
Yep.
Have we heard of getting a job, maybe? Did we try that first? This is like
I don't think they
actually
have.
despicable behavior. Who does that? That's disgusting. We all saw that girl on TikTok, right? That was doing the dating series, but the dating series was just her finding men to match with on Tinder and then taking her out for food.
Yep.
And that's the series, is seeing how many free meals she could get in a year. I can't believe that stuff like that is actually real. Like, you guys are really out here doing that. Like, actually. And, like, you're not kidding. And it's because of women like that men have hard times trusting women in the dating field nowadays. Men don't want to go on Tinder and swipe right and match with a woman just for her to use him and then never speak to him again. Another example of some terrible things that men have to go through nowadays just to get a wife. Crazy.
That is literally 80% of the dating pool. That is why they hate coffee dates and always refuse to go 50-50. They are scammers.
Some of these ladies out here, bro, they just broke, bro. I don't know why it just hit me like that, but like that's why they be like on the internet complaining about dudes so much. Because they don't got any money, bro. And some of they broke girl tendencies actually be crazy, bro. Will literally be out like at a function, like at a bar, club, whatever. And this has never happened to me, but I only witnessed it, you know what I'm saying? It be girls going out with no money, bro. The whole time, they not even having fun with their friends. They literally camp out at the bar itself all day where they serve the drinks at, just hoping to find a guy who can buy them a drink, bro. Because they can't afford one, bro. A $10 drink or a $5 drink, they can't afford it. I done seen girls talk to a guy they wasn't interested in the whole night, leave with him, go to Raising Cane's or go somewhere to get the food and be like, you know, I'm not really feeling you. You did all that for a $12 box combo? You wasted 4 hours of your life for a
Run, DMC.
$12 box combo because they can't afford it, bro. That's like $1.50 worth of stuff an hour, bro. That's literally a slave wage. You just turned yourself into a slave. You that broke that you spent hours with someone you don't like, leave with them for a $12 box combo. It's a lot of broke ladies out here, bro. And society don't.
I don't think a box combo is $12 though. At least from here in California.
Be shaming them. They be shaming us, not saving them from their brokenness.
The bar is their hunting ground to see who's the first to fall into their trap.
Women just think they're so hot that they can just have their picture plastered on a wall at a bar and then men just call them. You do realize that's what a dating app is, right? You're trying to make a dating app out of the bar itself so you don't have to put in any work because you're so used to dating apps because you're so freaking lazy. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.